My name is Shannon Gonzalez Miller. I am the Director of Scholarships and Grants in the Office of Diversity Inclusion at The Ohio State University. I am here today to introduce the class of 2019-2020 MLK Scholars. For 45 years, the Office of Diversity Inclusion has held a celebration in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King during the MLK holiday. As part of the celebration, the new class of MLK Scholars are introduced. This year, in the absence of the celebration, our traditional celebration, we are introducing the 2019-2020 scholars through a Zoom interview. But a little bit about the scholarship. The scholarship was established in 1970 and is awarded to students who are at the end of a remarkable academic career that includes an exceptional academic record, a pledge of service, and a commitment to leadership for the Office of Diversity Inclusion and the community at large. We could not have arrived here without the support of many. So I would like to acknowledge and thank the MLK Scholarship Committee, the family and friends of the MLK Scholars, and those who generously donated, contribute to the scholarship. For more information about how to support the next class of MLK Scholars, you can visit our webpage at odi.osu.edu. It is my great pleasure to introduce Aleeyah Nurredin, a moral scholar from Cincinnati, Ohio. Aleeyah arrived on campus the fall of 2016, where she began her academic journey in the College of Engineering. She later transferred to the Fisher College of Business, where she will earn a Bachelor of Science degree in Operations Management, May of 2021. Congratulations, Aleeyah, on being selected as a 2019-2020 MLK Scholar. As you reflect back on the beginning of your undergraduate career, what influenced you to choose Ohio State?
Well, thank you so much for that. So what influenced me to apply to Ohio State was definitely the Moral Scholarship Program. I thought it was a really cool program that allowed students from diverse backgrounds to come on campus and have that similar mindset, have a similar community as well. Also, the engineering program at the time was the #1 in the state, so I was really excited about that. And then also when I came on campus, the community that I felt, everyone was so welcoming, willing to help as well. So that's what decided me to go to Ohio State.
Thank you. So you competed and were selected to be a distinction scholar, which is a full ride to the Ohio State University. Do you remember when you learned that you were selected?
Yes, I do remember. So I was actually painting my nails and I got a call from a 614 number and I was really confused because I'm from Cincinnati, so I didn't know what the Columbus area code was. And so I was like, oh, let me just answer it. I'm not sure what this is. And then I remember getting a call and the lady was just like, you got selected for this distinction scholarship, it's such an honor, etc. And I remember I started crying and my mom wasn't home at the time, but I called her and I said, Mom, we did it. Like, I finally got a full ride. Like, I'm so excited and I'm going to Ohio State.
That's awesome. So before your arrival on campus for your freshman year, you participated in 2 programs that influenced your success over the course of your undergraduate career. Can you share that experience with Preface, and you can outline that or explain the acronym, and the Moral Scholars Early Arrival Program, please?
Yes. So Preface stands for Pre-First Year Academic and Career Engagement Program. It's through the College of Engineering, their Diversity and Inclusion Office. And so it really gives students to come on campus and to learn more about engineering, what would classes look like, who would be the people you were seeing. And it definitely was a rewarding experience. A lot of the people that I met, I'm still really close friends to them. We've gone on trips together. We used to live by each other, so we used to see each other every day. I also gained a lot of great mentors. And then for the Moral Scholars Early Arrival Program, I was able to meet a lot of people who lived in my dorm. I also still talk to a lot of them today and build that community with them, which has definitely helped my academic career.
So as you mentioned, you were part of the Moral Scholars Living Learning Program. How did this Living Learning Program shape your academic journey?
It definitely helped shape it for sure. I think just being able to come home and see people who had similar mindsets or me or who looked like me was definitely rewarding. In engineering, it is a predominantly white male job field. So being able to come home, de-stress with students who look like me or students who may also be in engineering, we were definitely able to just bond over that and build a great connection.
Thank you. What other experiences were especially meaningful for you during your career?
I would say the biggest one was definitely the football games. I actually am a big Bengals fan, but I turned into a big Ohio State fan because they actually win games. So definitely that. The African American Heritage Festival, and then also the National Society of Black Engineer conferences was really fun. We got to travel to really cool places such as Milwaukee, Cleveland, which was really cool to experience.
Great. When you return to campus this autumn for your final year, you will once again be in the throes of a presidential election, along with COVID-19 and the Black Lives Matter movement. What are your hopes, expectations, and/or concerns for this autumn semester?
Yeah, so I would definitely say in terms of the COVID-19 pandemic, my mom actually suffers from lupus, which is an autoimmune disease. So she's really not able to go out and be around a lot of people, or that could like really negatively impact her. She actually had a heart attack or cardiac arrest. So I just don't want to make sure I don't like expose her to anything like that. So I think that would be my biggest concern, is that I may not be able to see her as much as I want to because I don't want to put her in any harm's way. I think in terms of the presidential election, just making sure that people know the importance of going out and voting. I know some people may think that it doesn't matter or it doesn't really have an impact, but it definitely does. And just making sure people go out and vote and being an advocate for that. And then in terms of the Black Lives Matters movement, I just want the momentum to keep going. I think it's great of what everyone's doing. I've even written letters and donated myself. So I just think as long as we can keep this momentum going, we can definitely see a change.
Do you see that any of these events being a distraction as you focus on what you need to do for your final year at Ohio State?
I don't really see it as a distraction. I think it's something that definitely just needs to happen, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement. It definitely is a concern for, I know, a lot of people, or a lot of Black people in general. So I think just being able to be there and advocate is something that's really important to me. In terms of the election as well, I think it's just something I'm also passionate about. So being able to go and do that, I don't think it'll be a distraction.
Does your family have any concerns about you being on campus?
I would say my mom's biggest concern, or actually my family's biggest concern, is because she does suffer from an autoimmune disease, just not really knowing like who is going to be around me or who may be sick or may still be coming to class and stuff like that. And that can, like I said, obviously have a negative impact on her. So I think that's the biggest concern.
Yeah, so have you thought about what resources you'll reach out to should you encounter any challenges as you think about your mom and what else you need to accomplish during your, especially autumn semester?
I definitely say my different advisors are definitely a great resource for me. You're a great resource as well. And then also the Student Advocacy Center, when she got sick the first time, they were really helpful with that, just making sure I like stuck up, had all my classes and stuff, made sure all my information and stuff was getting taken care of. So they're definitely a great resource as well.
Great. So thinking about as your career closes, comes to an end, what are your plans for graduation?
So I definitely want to graduate and get a job. I also want to get my Lean Six Sigma certification and a green belt. So I have 2 more classes for that, which I'm really excited for. Also, most of my family is graduating, which is going to be super exciting. So for example, my middle sister is graduating from high school. My cousin is getting her undergraduate from Miami, and then my other cousin is getting her master's from Miami of Ohio. So it's really exciting. Graduation time's coming up.
Yes, and so should you not be able to celebrate, are you planning to celebrate as a family, or I know it's far away, so we don't know where we're going to be in May, but at this point.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have like a big group celebration at my grandma's house. It's like the big hangout in Cincinnati that we always go to. And then also we're planning a family trip. So we have a couple fun destinations on there. So hopefully it all works out.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So as you think about using this platform as an MLK scholar, what would you like to say to future MLK scholars?
Yeah, I would definitely say find your passion. So it was kind of mentioned before, but I was originally an engineering student and I did switch after 3 years to business. And so my dad was actually not happy about that at all. He just didn't understand. He said, Aleeyah, like you're almost done. You have 3 more semesters left. But for me personally, I just was not passionate at all really about it anymore. So I really wanted to find something that I was passionate about, because at the end of the day, you're going to be working there for like most likely the rest of your life. So it's really important to find something that you care about. Also just seeking mentorship and support. When I did switch to business, I did have a lot of friends who encouraged me to do that, which was amazing. My other family members encouraged me as well. And then also I think just being able to persevere. So college is definitely different from high school. But just know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You definitely have the ability. You got into a hard state for a reason, so you should never doubt your abilities at all.
Oh, that's well said, beautifully said. So I want to thank you for taking time to participate in this conversation in place of our traditional MLK celebration, which I know that you and the others were really looking forward to. So small consolation for that. So as our conversation ends, I would like to offer you the opportunity to provide closing remarks or comments.
Sure. I just want to thank my friends and family who have always been here to support me throughout my college career, even before college and school, just in general. I want to thank you and the scholarship committee for awarding me this scholarship, as well as a distinction scholarship. It definitely changed my life forever, and I'm eternally grateful for it. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, I do have a bit of a surprise for you. We were able to get your plaque.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love it.
So we have your plaque that I am presenting to you on behalf of the Office of Diversity and Inclusion for being a 2019-2020 MLK Scholar. We will send this in the mail to you, so you don't have to come to campus to pick it up. It is big and it's heavy, so
yeah, it looks great.
I'll let you know when it's on its way. So, so thank you, Aleeyah, very much for agreeing to participate, and wish you the best of luck in your final 2 semesters. And if there's anything we can do to provide support, don't hesitate to let us know.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you.